The Trump tariffs of 50%, that's 25% reciprocal tariffs, and the additional tariffs, the secondary oil tariffs of 25% will kick in from tomorrow morning. That is a total of 50%. It's the highest, along with Brazil, for any other country in the world. India has every right to feel aggrieved because it's the only country in the world that is being penalized and singled out for importing Russian oil. In fact, if that was the criteria, then China imports more Russian oil than India. But there is no tariff on them. Europe imports more Russian gas than India. There is no tariff on them. While India has every right to feel genuinely aggrieved, geopolitics is not about being fair or just or the world being a level playing field. It's a big, bad, brutal world out there. And India has to bring its power dynamic, which is a strength of political, military, economic, manufacturing, and technological might to bear on the rest of the world. So the question is, with less than 24 hours to go for the 50% tariffs, and easily, this is the nadir of the India-US relationship, certainly in the last 2 or 3 decades, how can and how should India respond to the Trump tariffs? First up, let's take a look at some of these sectors that are expected to be impacted the most as this 50% American tariffs kick in Wednesday morning. It's going to happen from 9:30 a.m., which is midnight tonight in the United States, midnight of the 27th. The U.S. administration says it is the additional 25% tariffs, which is the penalty for India for its purchase of Russian oil. But it is going to impact across a whole broad range of sectors. Gems and jewelry, for example, it's a vulnerable sector to these increased tariffs. About $10 billion or so worth of polished and refined diamonds and cut gems are sent to the United States. They're going to be badly affected by these increased tariffs. Apparel, textiles, again, very labor intensive. About 30% of all of India's textile exports go into the United States, and that is again going to be impacted as it relies heavily on exports into the US. Shrimp prices, prawns or shrimp, again, a large part of it, more than 50% of shrimp exports go into the US. Anyway, shrimp prices have dropped after the tariff announcement, the reciprocal tariff announcement. Now, with the oil tariffs also kicking in, the prices of shrimp are expected to further decrease. Organic chemicals, that's another sector that faces significant pressure. Carpet exports, leather, footwear, all of these are also set to become much more expensive to export into the United States. Now, around 30% of India's exports to the US, that's valued just a bit under $30 billion, that'll remain duty-free. Remember, India exports over $130 billion to the US. About $30 billion or so far will be outside the remit of these tariffs. So product categories like pharmaceuticals, which up until now, Trump has not brought under the remit of tariffs, but he's threatening to do so, and pretty hefty tariffs. Electronics, semiconductors, smartphones, refined petroleum products, these have been exempt from the Trump tariffs. Also, components, semiconductor chips, mobile phones, and tablets, these are all being shielded for now as well. But in a bid to try and offset the impact of the Trump tariffs, and mind you, it is going to have a pretty big impact, and you will see this starting when markets open tomorrow. Prime Minister Modi was in Gujarat today. He was there to inaugurate one of the Maruti Suzuki factories, a factory from where made in India cars, electric and hybrid cars, will be exported to about a dozen plus countries around the world. Speaking at the inauguration there, Prime Minister Modi today made a further pitch for an Atmanirbhar Bharat, particularly when it comes to the critical minerals mission. Remember, when it comes to rare earths, which are so critical, so important when it comes to the manufacture of semiconductor chips, mobile phones, to jet aircraft, etc. All of that, these rare earth minerals are extremely critical. The Prime Minister said the exploration missions will be at more than 1,200 sites across the country, and it will soon start looking for these critical minerals or rare earths, because currently China controls about 90% of the processing of these rare earths. India too is said to have a large amount of deposits of these rare earths, but so far we've not had a concerted national attempt or a national effort to extract and mine for these rare earths up until now. Let's listen to what the Prime Minister said in Ahmedabad today.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत के अभियान को हम सब आगे बढ़ाएं, वोकल फॉर लोकल बने, स्वदेशी ये हमारा जीवन मंत्र बनना चाहिए दोस्तों। गर्व से स्वदेशी की तरफ चल पड़ो। भारत सरकार ऑटो इंडस्ट्री के लिए रेयर अर्थ मैग्नेट की शॉर्टेज से जुड़ी कठिनाइयों के प्रति भी सजग है। इस दिशा में देश के सामर्थ्य को बढ़ाने के लिए हमने नेशनल क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन भी लॉन्च किया है। आज भारत की मेक इन इंडिया इस यात्रा में एक नया अध्याय जुड़ रहा है। आज से भारत में बने इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स 100 देशों को एक्सपोर्ट किए जाएंगे।
So why are these rare earths or rare earth minerals, why are they so critical in our everyday lives? They're crucial for manufacturing smartphones, semiconductors, electric vehicles, even defense equipment, whether it is missile guidance systems, whether it is jet aircrafts. All of these rare earths are absolutely important for the functioning of any of these equipments. It's used in building portable X-ray machines, MRI machines, dental lasers, even genetic testing tools. REEs such as neodymium and praseodymium are essential for permanent magnets, whether it's in the manufacture of electric vehicle engines or even for wind turbines. This, of course, supports India's clean energy objectives. These rare earth minerals are also integral to information technology infrastructure, whether it is optical fiber cables or digital networks, advancing India's digital transformation as well. Developing domestic rare earth elements, particularly the mining and the processing of it, can establish India as an alternative to the global dominance that China has right now. Almost 90% of the rare earths in the world are processed in China. If India were to match China, it would enhance India's own role and its self-sufficiency, and also its important role in the global supply chain shortages that we are currently seeing.